Hi, everybody, and welcome to Rockin' Brews for tonight's edition of Prep Sports Night Live. I'm Rich Estrella, along with Bob Gibson, and it's brought to you by LA 36 and Prep Sports America and Prep Sports Media, all combining to bring you this show tonight. We're happy you're here. Troy High School is in the house, Bob, and that means a lot of smart kids running around here.
Right, the Warriors, man. Troy is known for their academics, man. They produce top-notch students and some pretty good athletes as well.
These guys are here trying to give me a test, give me some mathematics and stuff like that, some geometry stuff. Man, it's going to be interesting to talk to Coach tonight and find out what's going on over at Troy High School. Bob, there's all kinds of stuff going on. Matter of fact, a lot of schools have already started league play. Half the southern sections in league play.
We're already to that point.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe it.
I don't know how we got there.
Seems like our opening game was Los and Western,
right.
and now we're going into week 5. All kinds of action going on, not only locally but nationally, Bob, and we are in the thick of it. Southern California.
No, this is it. This is ground zero for everything that happens in high school football right here. You know we have the number 1 and number 2 teams. Well,
yeah,
I guess that team in Nevada's got something to say about it. But we got Mater Dei, we got Bosco, we got a lot more than that here in Southern California. All the great teams right here. More than anywhere else, that's for sure.
That's good. Everybody's in the hunt here. Right now, let's go to the scoreboard. We're going to follow up to games of interest from last week, and let's talk about them. First off, Bob, we're going to talk about Corona Del Mar and San Clemente, Bob.
Well,
this is always a good game. It was no different this time around.
Yeah, I'm really not surprised by this. I think CDM's probably down a little bit this year. I think we're finding that out. We're just used to the Sea Kings just being at that level, man. They've been at for so long, and just maybe this, they're not quite at that level. But San Clemente's a really good football team. They are every year. You can never sleep on San Clemente, so not really a surprise to see the Tritons win this one.
Aiden Rubin, 181 yards, 3
3
touchdowns, Bob.
Big game for him.
To lead the Tritons. But Corona Del Mar, they have lost 2 straight, but they're playing quality opponents. And like you said, Bob, they're probably down. I can't remember the last time I can remember Corona Del Mar losing 2 straight.
Well, that's the thing, too. They're not losing to, somebody that you just like, wait a minute here. Like, you can't. No, they're losing to some good football teams. So that's going to happen. And right now, unfortunately, they're, CDM's going to have to rally and get it together here because league is right around the corner for them.
San Clemente will face Edison this week, give him a little payback because Edison got him last year. Edison got everybody last year.
Edison got right.
But they got a shot for that. Corona Del Mar gets a bye. They need it, Bob.
They need it.
Regroup.
It's a good week to have the bye week, right? Regroup.
Yeah.
Like you said, time to regroup.
All right, let's continue on. Game of interest. Orange Lutheran, and they took on Chandler, Arizona.
Yeah.
Now, you'll see the number 20 and 40, right? Orange Lutheran was ranked number 20th last week in the country. Chandler, number 40. Well, this week, Chandler's number 21, and Orange Lutheran's number 40. They swapped places. What a game. I'm going to tell you right now, people are saying, Olu's going to may contend. Bob, they're too young right now. They're not quite there yet. Chandler, Arizona, they've won plenty of state championships. They're in the hunt every year. And they just took it to Olu.
This doesn't tell me really much about Olu because I know they're a good football team. This tells me that Chandler is an excellent football team. Yep. They have been. The program's been good for a long time. But they're really good if they can beat a Trinity League team like that. So that tells me Chandler's in the hunt this year, nationally for top 5 status probably at this point.
Well, the head coach over there, I can't remember his name right now, it escapes me, but he was in the Trinity League for a long time. So he knows everybody.
He knows them.
He knows them.
He scheduled them and he got them.
Yeah.
Got him.
Got him at a good time. Olu's bound to lose one. They got one of the most aggressive schedules this year, and I'll give you an example of that. They're playing Serra. Serra's always in the finals. They got De La Salle. Well, they're world champion as far as most wins in a row all time.
Still a really good program up in Northern California.
Eastside Washington, always a state contender in the state of Washington. Of course, they played Chandler last week, and they still have Sierra Canyon this week, and they still have to play the number 1 and number 2 teams in the country. Who's playing tougher schedule than that, Bob?
Plus, they got Jay Serra, and we're going to talk about Servite here in just a second, too. Yeah. It looks like they're back.
Oh, man. All right, let's move on to another game. This was the best game. It didn't turn out being the best game, but it was the best game on paper coming in the nation this last week. And we're talking Corona Centennial. They were taking on Bishop Gorman. Bishop Gorman ranked number 2 in the country. Centennial was number 12. But Gorman, they just keep rolling, Bob. They pummel everybody. They beat Corner Canyon of Utah, who's a top 20 team right now. They beat Long Beach Poly by a ton, 60-15.
And now look at this.
They beat Corona Centennial, and they also beat Central. Central was like the number 5 team in the country, and They gave Gorman a game, but again, Gorman's come out on top.
Gorman's a monster this year. There's no doubt about it. You beat a Centennial program like that, 56-28. Come on. Gorman's a monster.
They're beating everybody, man.
We need to see a modern-day Gorman game. We need to see it here at some point, because that's the only way you can decide a national championship team this year. If both teams are able to run the table, you got to figure out a way to get a game like that.
Modern Day and Gorman used to play all the time, Bob, but it was time to move on. And I agree. After a while, you got to move on and give somebody else a shot.
Play some other schools. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's a good time for them to be gone. Let's see. Let's continue on now. Games of interest of this week. Take a look real quick at Tustin. Tustin is going to play at Trabuco Hills. Both teams are undefeated going in the league. We had Tustin in here a couple weeks ago, right. Bob. They upset Foothill a couple weeks ago, didn't they? They did. They upset Foothill.
They did.
And, Tustin's rolling right now. People didn't think it would happen so quickly, but it's really going right now.
Tustin is, they got some transfer athletes in, and the Tillers are really rolling right now, and I think it's just going to get better and better as those kids really continue to acclimate themselves to the program. I think sky's the limit for Tustin. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him playing for a CIF title here at some point.
This game should be very close, Bob. This one should be a very close one.
They look really good.
The line is 2 points from Cal Preps this week.
We'll find out if Trabuco Hills is the real deal.
Yep. So that one's going to be good, and I want to see what happens on that one. So we'll see what goes on. Let's continue on. Take a look at more games of interest. Sierra Canyon, Orange Lutheran. Is there a bigger game than this one this week, Bob?
No.
4-5 at CIF. Winner will move up. Orange Lutheran still in the top 100 and Sierra Canyon as well in the national rankings.
Well, Sierra Canyon already has a 9-7 win against the Trinity League team, defeating J. Sarah in their opener this year. So we know Sierra Canyon, although they didn't score many points, they didn't give up many either in that game. And we know J. Sarah since put up a lot of points against some other programs. So we're going to find out if Sierra Canyon can take down 2 Trinity League teams in the first couple of weeks of the season. That would be something.
That would be something, yes.
Be big.
Yes. And it'd be even something else if they beat the top 2 ones of the Trinity League.
Yes.
I don't know, man. That's a tall order for anybody.
Very tall order.
The Rams would have trouble with that game, all right? Either one of them. All right, let's see. But I'm going to tell you something about this game. It's a great test for both teams going into league.
Yep.
I mean, the Trinity League, come on, enough said about that. The Mission, where Sierra Canyon is, that's not bad either, Bob.
No, it's a really good league. So many good teams out there as well. That area is a hotbed of football, just like this Orange County area.
That's the Trinity League of the North, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, it really is.
Yeah, it certainly is. All right, one last game to look at this week. Los Alamitos is going to take on Mission Viejo, Bob, and they're both 3-1. Both had losses they probably should not have had, but they got them. Let's see, Sierra Canyon and Orange, this is a great test for them going into the league. Los Alamitos lost to Servite 28-24,
yep.
And Mission Viejo lost to Poly 32-28. Go figure. Both of those, either way, this one is a great matchup.
Look, did we overrate Los Al a little bit? I don't think so. Or did we underrate Servite a little bit? I think that's more the case. I think Servite underrated a young team. First-year head coach Chris Reinert over there with the Friars, taking over the program this year. I think Servite is really another young program that's coming up. That's a big signature win for the Friars right there to take out a really good. We saw Los Al earlier this year, man. They're loaded with D1 players. So that's a big win for Servite. Los Al's got to get back at it now because they don't get a week off this week. That's another tough matchup for them.
I think the test for this one is if it seems like Mission Viejo is overall ahead of Los Alamitos because of all the new players. But I'm going to tell you right now, if Los Alamitos is to win this game, Anthony League is going to have to run the ball.
For sure.
He can run. Believe me, he can run. And they have an All-CIF champion quarterback. So that it'll make it easier for Esparza to throw the ball if they can run. Right now, it seems like they've been having trouble running the ball to the way they like.
Well, and that's the way it is. And they got the big boys
capable.
up. They have the big boys up front that can lead the way.
Yep.
So I have no doubt that they can get it back going again. They're going to get going in the right direction.
Well, I can't wait, man. You got all these great games this
fun
week.
Game.
And it's not even league yet, and these guys are playing.
I
mean, football has changed in Southern California. It's changed across the country where before you'd have great programs ducking each other. They would not play. Now they're seeking each other out, and they're calling you out if you won't play them. I love it.
you had the big boys playing powder puff schedules, not playing anybody, right, and then getting into league play and then building up their records. No, you're right. Absolutely right. These guys are loading up against each other now. They want to play the great teams.
Did you just say powder puff schedule? But powder puff? You mentioned that with the girls fight football? You didn't, you didn't attribute it to that.
That's not girls fight football. Powder puff was something back in the day.
And
these girls playing football now, they're tough.
Listen, Bob, I got to give you some fake outrage and throw you under the bus just for saying that, okay? Fake outrage. It's all over the place.
Outrage.
Haven't you heard? All right. Hey, Larry, let's go to the top 10. SoCal. Bob, I was up in Sacramento this week. I saw the Jesuit take on Christian Brothers.
Woo.
That was like modern day taking on John Glenn.
Right.
It was the haves and the have-nots. But look at that stadium, Bob.
Jesuit,
18,000 people packed into Sac City College. And that's just one little section, and that was towards the end zone. You get to the 50, all the way, it's a horseshoe, all the way around, packed with fans, Bob. But let's look at the top 10 real quick. You got the usual suspects, Modern Day, Bosco, Centennial. Now, Centennial has 2 losses, but they lost to the number 1 and number 2 teams in the country. Where are you going to put them? They're supposed to lose to those guys.
I know. We don't know. It's rough because we don't know, right? Sierra Canyon might be better than Centennial, but we don't know yet.
Doubtful, but again, number 1 and number 2, hey, till you play those guys, you never know. But Centennial's still in the top 25 in the nation. It's because when you play the top 2 teams, you should get respect. You didn't get blown out.
Right. No. They were competitive as you expect them to be, but losing those 2 games. No shame in losing those 2 games against the top 2 teams in the nation.
All right, you talked about Sierra Canyon. They and Orange Lutheran will meet today, as will 6 and 7, Los Al, Mission Vale. Bob, what do you like in that game? Come on. Lay it on the line, Bob.
I'm going to go with Mission. I'm going to go Mission in this one. I think Mission gets up off the scrap heap, and they're probably a little bit better team. But Los Al, if they get that running game going, I swear, man, they can really run. They can wreak some havoc. So, and we've already seen some upset stuff. We didn't think it was going to happen this year. So you never know.
Anthony Lee can get it on, man. He's 6 foot, about 210, man. He's
so good. If he gets rumbling,
he's amazing.
If he gets rumbling, forget about it. They won't stop him.
It's taken Los Al time to gel. Like I said, Mission's already there. Mission every year, they're good. They're great. You know. They had a little burp this year, but you know what happens. You know, Paulie's got them twice in a row now. Maybe it's in their head, but I'm sure they dominate that overall thing. All right, Jay Sitters, you mentioned they were a 9-7 loser to Sierra Canyon.
Otherwise, they're 4-0.
Yep, and you got Santa Margarita in there and Carlsbad. I think Carlsbad is going to be up at number 8 if they win again this week. Bob, they may not have the toughest schedule, but the one-loss record of the teams only have one team that had a losing record last year. Everybody else they played was like a league champ, went deep in the playoffs, and they were beating some people up, and they were in the national game too, Bob.
The key is going to be if a San Diego team can get into those regional playoffs and beat a Southern Section team. It just doesn't happen. We need to see it happen in order to get a team like Carlsbad to get more respect. We're going to have to see a San Diego team get in there and mix it up and take out a Southern Section team.
Bob, they beat Modern Day this year. What do you want from them? Modern Day Catholic.
Modern Day Catholic of San Diego, right.
They still beat a Modern Day team. They can use the name.
They did. They did beat Modern Day. They can say that.
It just wasn't the Monarchs. All right, let's move on to National Picture, Larry, and take a look at what's going on. We'll see in the national. It's going to look a lot like this. Some of the same teams.
A little bit,
yeah, we had to change the graph a little bit because it's different. Modern Day Bosco still at the top with Gorman. I think Gorman and Bosco are tied right now. I'd give Bosco kind of the edge a little. Gorman edge a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they have been playing some top talent, and they've been just beating everybody up.
Well, they've got the bigger wins right now on their resume, that's for sure.
Then we have Chaminade of Florida. They're rolling along. St. Thomas Aquinas hasn't played in 2 weeks. We'll see what happens this week.
Wow.
Buford, Georgia was off this week. Florida, this will be the third week. They took their bye week the first week, Bob.
All right.
So that's why they're behind. St. Joe's, Pennsylvania, DeSoto and Duncanville, man, they have yet to play anybody. They're not going to play anybody until they play themselves, Bob.
That's the whole point of that, right? They don't play outside of the state.
Listen, we look at four different pollsters here, and they all love Duncanville and DeSoto for some reason. They love North Shore too, but they never leave the state, Bob.
Right, and you have to. You're going to have to leave the state at some point.
And then when you look at the records, like Duncanville, the teams they beat have a 3-7 record this year, or something crazy like that. And St. DeSoto's a little bit better than that. But these guys have to play some teams with winning records.
If you want to be in the national conversation, you have to start playing teams in other states. You're just going to have to start playing some of the other better teams.
Gorman, man, those guys are the epitome of playing great teams right now. All right, Bob.
Corbin might have a reason to think they're number one at this point. I wouldn't bet against them at this point.
Bob, you got any shade you want to throw on anybody or anything like that?
No. We're good. I think we're just starting to get to that point now where teams are finding their identity, right? I'm excited to see who really takes off from here and who maybe doesn't have the juice we thought they had. Yeah. I think this is where the demarcation line happens, right here in this week.
And we're at the point now with the No Love Club will debut next week or the week after. The week after we come back.
You know I love the No Love Club.
No Love Club, man. We might debut that. We'll see what happens. We might do something next week anyway. All right now, John Conti is standing by. John, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Bob. Having a great night. We have Troy High School in the house. Troy, let's hear you. Let's make some noise. We have Troy High School in the house here. We're celebrating the Troy High School football program. And there they are. There's Troy in the background. So we have Troy in the house. We're really looking forward to talking to their head coach, talking to some of the players. But the reason why we're able to talk to the players and to do these events here at Rock and Brews and put games on is because of the good folks at LA 36 and also our sponsors. So without any further ado, I'd like to thank all the sponsors that have helped put this thing together. First, we'd like to thank Suzuki, big sponsor to the program, engineered for the unexpected. USA Water Heaters, our good friend Dennis Ali, usually hanging out with us. We appreciate Dennis and USA Water Heaters. Don't forget about Rheem, a new degree of comfort. And Modern Woodmen, they are also in the house today, securing the financial futures of nearly its 750 million members. And Lighthouse Escrow, don't forget realtors, you can get that white glove service. Colosso Tax Service, you have some questions, call our man Ruben. Of course, Rock and Brews, where we hang out every Wednesday night. Come on out and join us. And, of course, our new sponsor, JMJ Financial, turning houses into homes. You're going to talk to our man, Jason Thomas, in just a moment. And, of course, DeForest Realty. If Dan can drive there, Dan can sell there. So right now, I'm hanging out with our newest sponsor to Prep Sports Media, Jason Thomas, with JMJ Financial. Jason, thank you so much for being a part of this.
Thanks so much for having me, John. Yeah, as soon as I heard about this from you just a couple weeks ago, I knew I wanted to get in on this. It's such a great opportunity for the kids, and I'm just really excited to be a sponsor for Prep Sports Media.
Well, Jason, we cannot do anything like this without folks like you, sponsors like you. I mean, we know you do loans. You're turning out. What's your motto? You can do. What is it? A loan for. What's your motto?
Well, we're turning a house into a home one loan at a time. So there you go.
There you go, turning a house. I can't say it, but you heard what he said. He's the lender for the group. We really appreciate him. And I understand you ran some cross-country back in your day. Is that correct?
I did, yeah. I ran cross-country and track in high school and went on to run in college as well. So I am a former college athlete, and that was another reason why I was really excited. It's such a great opportunity for kids. It's so important for them to be able to continue that and further their education and also be able to compete in college. And I'm really excited to be able to give back to that.
And where'd you go to high school?
I went to Calvary Chapel in Costa Mesa for high school, and I graduated from Vanguard University.
Well, that's amazing. Actually, Calvary Chapel is scheduled to come in. They're a great friend of the program. We had them on last year. We actually broadcast one of their games last year. So we are big fans of Calvary Chapel. So, hey, man, welcome to Prep Sports Media. I mean, this is what it's all about, coming out here, seeing all these smiling faces. And, we want to thank you and your company for getting behind us. Anything else you'd like to add this evening?
You know what? Enjoy the rest of the show. I know I'm going to, and I'm just really excited to be a part of this. Thanks, John.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, let's go back to Rich Estrella at the desk. Thank you so much, Jason.
Hey, great job, John. We really appreciate it. Joining me right now is the head coach over at Troy High School. We're talking with Coach Michael E. Chavez. And, Mike, thanks for joining us tonight.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it, man. All right, so let's talk about your program right now. Let's just get into it, man, because I remember last year we were here. Man, you had a senior-laden team. Your quarterback was Ryan Matura was a senior. You had your wide receiver, I believe his name was Hess, or something like that.
We had Huss was our running back. We had Santoro, Corrales, and Plug as receivers.
And Corrales was one of them as well. So you lost a lot of senior leadership. How hard is that to replace that when you do that?
Those guys were a special group. They were 19 seniors. They had been in the program. I think 16 of them have been in there for 4 years. And they grew up together, and they were a special group. And we do believe we have a special group right now. We're just transitioning that time. You lose 16 starters. You got to replace a lot. And our guys are up for the challenge. We are definitely playing a more competitive schedule this year and coming out in real close games. And we just, we're young, and we're going to learn how to finish very soon. So we're excited.
So when you have a transition like this, when you had a team with senior leadership, they knew exactly what to expect. They'd been there 3 years already, going into their fourth. It's easy for them to lead, but now you have a group that now has to lead more or less by the example they had before.
Yeah.
How did that go, the transition between the young and the young, less experienced group? Let's use that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this team is extremely talented, extremely driven, and they're hungry. And actually, we knew that this was going to be a focus of ours as we headed into this year, so much so that we made our theme this year legacy over opposition. And we wanted to try to really push, not that we have to live up to any records or any wins or losses, but that we had to live up to the behavior standards that we had worked so hard to create. And we're doing that. You know, we've struggled. We've been down a little bit emotionally, but we're showing up. We're working. We know that we're getting better, and we know we have the long-term vision in our mind to get into the playoffs and make some noise.
Well, you know, you have a smart group of kids, though. Troy High School, as we mentioned before, and I still don't know if they use magnet school as a term like that.
They do.
Because
they do.
It's very, very high academics. You guys still have to take a test to get into that school?
You know, we have a option to take a test. We have our Cambridge program, which is one of the most elite programs in the nation, exclusive to to some high schools. And then we have our Troy Tech program. And in order to get into those programs, you need to test into it. And then you're admitted. But we also have our regular interdistrict transfers and then our boundary kids that we draw from as well. And we have both in our program, all three in our program.
Now, do you teach in the class during the day anywhere?
Yes, I teach 2 football classes, a weight training class, and then 2 reading classes.
So what is it like being in a classroom with a bunch of really smart kids? Because the majority of these kids can take a GED right now without even studying and pass it. You know they could. There's no doubt about it. What's it like? How challenging must that be?
You know, you have to, at Troy, I say this, and you have to work hard wherever you go. I feel like the level of expectation from not only the staff but the students is, hey, we're here, we're ready to go, and you have to be on your A game every day. But it's exhilarating, and if you're passionate about education, you're passionate about teaching, it's fun. I wake up every single day and I'm excited to get after it.
So let's go to the football field now. And so you're trying to teach them plays, you're running drills, and has anybody ever said, Coach, I think I got a better way here to run certain plays or do certain things? Anybody ever said that to you? Had the nerve to tell their coach that?
You know, yeah, all the time. But I think I've learned as I've gotten more seasoned in this, especially with our players who have so much buy-in, you know, we're morphing ourselves all the time. You know, we started off in this offense 3 years ago as a traditional wing T team. We were, 4 formations and running the ball specifically, and we've morphed and we've adapted because our kids have different abilities to do different things. And so I've listened to the kids, I've listened to other coaches, I've gone to clinics, and I've learned and I've grown, so I'm excited.
I'm surprised you go to clinics, Coach. Come on, man. You should be doing the Lombardi thing. We're going to talk to a couple of your kids tonight, and, of course, some of your seniors. Who are we going to be talking to tonight?
We have Jacob Warner over there. We have Charles Lynn, Declan Healy, and I believe we're going to talk to Rudy Alcala as well.
Yeah, we'll have a couple more in here.
Yep.
So right now, who do we have up there that's getting ready to be interviewed?
We have Jacob Warner. So Jacob Warner is number 2. He's a 4-year program guy for us, and he's just done a phenomenal job growing as a young man. Physically came in, smaller guy, but has built himself into a great young man. Charles Lynn as well was like a top 5 ranked bicycler or mountain biker in the state when he was in 8th grade and came out to football and has done phenomenally well. And then Declan Healy never played football coming into high school and came out and actually just earned his first offer to play college football at University of San Diego.
Wow. And how long has he been playing?
This is only his 4th year.
Wow, that's amazing. You know, I'm hearing more and more stories like that where coaches are going out to the campus and reaching out for kids. You know, COVID kind of messed things up a little bit. The cycle got mixed up. And you have to go out now and recruit kids on campus, and I'm hearing that a lot. Santa Fe did that. They went from 40 kids in the program on varsity. Now they got 65, 70 kids
good
out.
For them, yep.
And now all levels are starting to come out. So it did take some time, and it's good to hear that, you're getting a lot of first-timers. That's rough, though, but, pretty big. Doesn't take that long to dominate,
Oh, yeah.
And I've seen a lot of these kids now.
Yeah, and these kids, so we started off maybe with 25. I was literally calling kids during that COVID year because this senior class is the freshmen that were at home. So I had to call kids like crazy. Hey, come out to football, come out and use these sanitation wipes to lift 1 bar, every 30 minutes. And
to get by.
Oh, we did. And we have 14 seniors now. It's a smaller class, but a lot of, I imagine, programs are suffering from that with the COVID year that we had. But the ones that we have, man, they're bought in. They battled through a lot, and they're doing a phenomenal job.
Well, we got Bob Gibson standing by. Let's toss it to Bob. He's got one of your guys over there. Take it away, Bob.
All right, thank you, Rich. We're here with Jacob Warner. He's a senior. Think back to your freshman year, because Coach said you're a 4-year guy in the program. Sure. Does it seem like it went quick for you?
Yeah, this whole season, you're always working, you're not stopping, so you don't really get to take a break to realize, all you've been doing. So, it's been going pretty fast so far, and I love my boys. Obviously,
you want to make your senior year a special one. What was the off-season preparation like between you and your teammates, to get to this point?
Definitely working together and having a team building. Also working out as much as you can and getting body weight to be as big as you can, and just play hard and just being intense.
Now, you're listed as a cornerback free safety, but I asked you what do you play more, and you said free safety, right? That's more fun to play free safety, isn't it?
Yeah, I love covering guys and, hitting. I love hitting, so it's awesome. I love playing both ways, it's just I just love changing it up, just making a play,
Do you feel like this defense has an identity, to it? Are you guys more of a finesse, or you get it right in people's faces?
We've been working. Our team's pretty new right now on defense and all new guys, so we're just trying to work together. But we try to hit them as hard as we can and show them, defense ready to play.
You feel like as a senior, it's important to take on a leadership role?
Yes, sir. Being a senior, I feel like I want to show the juniors and sophomores. It's hard to, just play as hard as you can. Don't give up on the play. Just do the best you can.
A lot of success in the last few years for Troy. A little bit of a tough start to this season, but what are you guys working on now? You're off this week, right? So a chance to maybe collect yourselves, turn it around, and get things going as we head towards league, right?
Sure. We're right now trying to heal each other, our bodies. We're trying to just rebuild, just get ready for next week. We're ready. We want to play. We're ready to win. So. That's pretty much it.
Is it tough to have that week off? You want to get back out there, right?
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready to get that win. So we're ready for league, and we're just preparing as much as we can right now.
All right, Jacob, one of the seniors here. He's ready to go, and they're going to get back to it this next week. Back to you, over to you, Rich and Coach.
Thanks a lot, Bob. Really appreciate it. Good interview with Jacob, man. Oh, my. This kid popular or what? Is this the ASB president over here?
Yeah, kind of like that.
He could be the mayor of the school, right?
He's our football president for sure.
Oh, my Lord. Anyways, what type of player is Jacob?
Jacob's a great player. He has worked his tail off to put himself in a position this year to be a starter for us. He was behind a Division I safety last year and two-time All-CIF player, and he just waited his turn, man. He worked hard. He worked in the dark, and he worked on his craft, and this year he's emerging as a solid player for us, and we're excited to have him in that secondary and just kicking butt.
That's great, man. It's good to hear stuff like that. Now, who do we have standing by over there? Can you see that, gentleman?
We have Charles Lynn.
I'm glad you can tell just by looking at the top of his head. I can't even see but his forehead at that. But
just show me one part of his haircut. Yeah. I got it.
All right. Tell me about Charles.
Charles, again, is a 4-year guy for us. When he first started out with us, I think he was playing halfback in our old offense, and as time went on, we moved him to fullback, and he was doing a great job. Then we moved him to outside linebacker and maybe middle linebacker, and it just wasn't quite clicking. So as a junior, we moved him down to the defensive line, and this kid just saw his calling. And he was I believe, second-team All-League player for us last year as a junior, or an honorable mention, and he was just a terror. And this year he's doing the same thing in the trenches. He is so strong. And his academic GPA, I think, is at a 4.8. And so
are you kidding me?
He's definitely looking at schools like MIT, Carnegie Mellon, to go play some Division III football at.
He'll get in.
Oh, yeah. He will.
In. MIT, pretty cool, man.
Yep.
All right, let's go to Bob Gibson. Standing by with Charles.
We got Mr. 5.0 GPA. 5.0, man. How do you do that?
Hey, it's Troy High School. Every single class is hard, but, we got to study hard and play football, too.
Rich and I talked about it at the top of the show. Troy's known for its academics, right? So the athletics is really good, too. A lot of good athletes. But it's the academic side at Troy that means so much. How do you balance the two? How tough really is it to balance having a football career and being a 5.0 student?
It's definitely very hard. When I first joined football, I did it for fun because it's like one of the best sports, my favorite sport at least. And then realized there's 4-hour practices every day. On top of all the AP classes, all the IB classes you have to take. It's definitely a process. I know so many Troy students, even without doing sports, they have to go sleep at like 2 a.m. every single day just from all the homework and stuff.
Man, that's not easy.
Yeah, it's not. It's honestly really hard.
Right. Now, we heard Coach say that you were a really good mountain biker when you were a little bit younger, right? Now, I know that's kind of taking a back seat, you were saying, for you right now because of football and academics. What can you translate anything that you did physically in mountain biking that's helped you in football?
Of course. When you're mountain biking, it's all legs. Yeah. That's why when freshman year, I remember coming in freshman year, squatting 315 at the end of the year. That was pretty good, I think. Now, squatting 500, that's not bad, I think.
No, that's really good, actually.
Yep, it's all legs.
Yeah. And it's all about getting leverage, right? When you're playing on the line, right? It's all about using your legs and getting that leverage. How much pride do you take in the work? Not only obviously academically, we know what you're doing there, but how much pride in the work are you taking that you're doing on on the football field?
I know I got to do my job for my team. I love my team. They're all my brothers. It's like just wearing the freaking warrior on the wearing warrior on your chest. It's all that matters to me. It's like I love the team so much. I'm willing to put everything on it.
Now, we hear Coach say, and you were just telling me, the Ivy League schools, you're looking at a lot of different colleges. Do you have one kind of in the back of your mind you would really love for them to say yes?
I went to the East Coast a couple of weeks ago. All the schools are beautiful, but I mean, Yale, that campus is amazing. Beautiful campus.
So if Yale says yes, you're in?
Yes, pretty much.
But MIT, any of these other schools, that's not bad either.
Yes, obviously. Hey, MIT. If I get MIT, I'm MIT.
Okay, wait, doctor, engineer? I mean, like, the sky's the limit, right? You can be anything.
Yeah, whatever just happens. I don't know yet.
This guy's so smart, he can just be whatever he wants to be. He's just thinking about doing it. But right now, he's thinking about winning some football games coming up with his brothers here at Troy, and they're going to get it going. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks a lot, Bob. Charles, man, he hasn't figured out what he wants to do yet. All those brains. He's a 5.0 guy, and he doesn't know what he wants to do yet. What is he, 17?
I know,
like he's
right?
really supposed to know. Bob was asking. Bob was ripping him for not knowing, but he can do whatever he wants.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be successful.
He is. I mean, MIT, Caltech, I mean, he's got all those schools. But you know what? It's okay not to know. Nobody knows at this age, and you shouldn't really know.
No.
Right?
No.
Unless you're going to be in the family business and they're making trillions, you don't know.
No.
You know?
No.
So, but he looks like he's digging it. They're setting up for the contest right now. We have trivia, and then of course they're going to clean these bones up. They got like 30 seconds to just clean them up.
Yep.
It's a rock and brew thing. Let them have it. But how come we only got one guy with a chicken hat? Oh, there they go. Now they're getting
There it is.
All right. 75. Put the hat on.
All right, put the hat on.
Put the hat on.
Yeah.
Fonzie, he's got his hair all, he's all got his cloth. All right, looking good. Just take it over there, guys. Just go ahead, Larry. Let's go over to over there.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. They try to catch me off guard, but they don't know I am ready like Freddie. Okay, here we have our favorite night. Every night's our favorite night. We got the chicken wing eating contest. I have 3 young men. I need y'all to introduce yourself here.
I'm Alexander Reynosa. I'm a right guard, 12th grade senior.
Gavin Burgos, 12th grade. I'm a defensive end.
Ryan Thibodeau. I'm a senior. I play left tackle.
All right, man. Shoot, you guys look serious about this game of football. I got a question for each one of you guys, starting with you. Who's your favorite football team?
I gotta go with the Rams.
Oh, you like the Rams? Now, do you have a college football team?
Yeah, UCLA.
UCLA is in the house. What about you, son?
Detroit Lions, baby. We taking it this year.
Detroit Lions. Hey, I show them love, show them love. Now, do you also have a college football team?
Penn State.
Penn State's in the house. Orion. Thibodeau, you got an NFL name already. But what is your favorite football team?
Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I'm not going to ask you who's your favorite player because I know who it is, but just tell me anyway.
Patrick Mahomes.
Hello. Now, I got a question for anybody can answer this. This was the first full week of the season. I thought it was a great season. My team, the New York Giants, with Thibodeau's on, they didn't score a point. Who do you think was the best team this week?
Best team, I'm going to go with probably the Dolphins. That Charger game was really good.
Absolutely.
Cowboys for sure. I mean, 40-0, come on.
40, you make my stomach hurt.
Yeah, I'd say it's the Cowboys too.
Cowboys, okay. So I agree. Come here, son. Here we have our last year winner. Okay, this is hey, this dude here, hey, this guy eat all the chicken, so he know how to win a chicken wing eating contest. So tell him your name, son.
Hi, my name is Carson Quiroz. I am currently a college student at Fulton College.
Okay, and he actually is the chicken wing champion for last year. So this year he's going to be our judges. So now, guys, what we have here, we have 30 seconds. Hey, you got to get to the gristle. That means all the chicken, even the bone, could be gone. Whoever get close to the gristle wins the $50. Timer, are we ready? Ready? Go! Oh, yeah. Oh, they getting right down to it. This is like the football field. Let me get a sack. Let me get a tackle. Let me just eat some chicken. Yes, $50 make you holler. Hello, how much time we have? Talk to me. 13 seconds. Here we go. Help me out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, stop what you're doing. Hey, I'll get you some wet naps in a minute. Put the chicken down. Help me out, sir.
Okay, let's see.
Hit them once you decide. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Which one?
Burgos.
Hello, the champion. Let me see. Let me see what we're working with the chicken. Burgos, Alex Burgos is our champion. Give it up to everybody that participate. Back to you, Rich. Back to you, Rich.
Right on. Wow. That was great. That was your lineman from last year?
Yep, Carson.
Whoa. That dude, I think he could have gotten and beat everybody. He could have defended his title, don't you think, Coach?
Easy.
Oh, man. Did you know he was here?
Yes, yeah,
Oh,
he's
Okay,
got a
all
younger
right.
brother on our team.
Boy, look at him, man. He wants to go over there and get a few of them wings for himself, man.
Yep.
We should have had him defend this. Had I known he was here tonight, Coach, I would have had him defend his title. Seriously.
Yep.
I would have let all three of the guys he was going against just eat the wings that were there, and he would have to eat a full plate. He'd probably still win, though.
Still win it, yep.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Coach
All
75's
right.
waving. Finally got him to put his hat on. I think that guy's hair was so finely combed, he didn't want to put the hat on. No, he didn't want to mess up his hair.
He's got a date afterward.
He probably does. Does he fix his hair before he puts his helmet on? We used to have a guy when I was going to school that used to
He
do
actually
that.
does have a quite the do. Very flowy.
He does, man. All right, we're going to talk. We've got a couple more interviews to go, but right now they are cleaning off that place. Coach, let me ask you about the girls' flag football this year.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I went to a tournament a couple weeks ago. It was fantastic, man. These girls are all ready. They're very athletic, and they're playing, but they're not playing, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
They're at it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think it's a phenomenal development just for the sport of football. I mean, my daughter is 12 now, but last year she was 11 years old, and I coached her co-ed flag football team, and it was so much fun. My daughter had a blast,
Yeah.
She is not necessarily the one that's going to be in the spotlight wanting the ball all the time. She just wanted to be a part of the team. But, man, what I loved was seeing her get out there and run around and have fun and play a sport that she enjoyed and be a part of a team. And that was phenomenal. But when you talking about these girls, I saw some of the highlights. I think it was Woodbridge maybe that I had seen. And it was just an athlete out there catching a drag and then turning the corner and heading up the sideline. I was
10 athletes
blown
out there
away.
in some of these schools.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Coach, we saw so many schools out there last month at Beckman when the tournament was being scheduled.
Yeah.
And again, we talked about this. We had no idea that there were leagues already with the ladies playing flag football.
Yeah.
And it's real big in South Orange County, we found out. But, there was tons of there was some teams I looked at and thought, wow, I've never seen that many ladies that don't play volleyball that are that big and that athletic. And it was like 30 of them coming out at once, So
yeah, I'm telling you right now, if Troy High School ever adopted the flag football team, we would be an immediate competitor in the county. We have some great women's sports at our school. Phenomenal.
I think you'd have some schemes that you guys would run that nobody's ever seen.
Come on,
you
know
got
it.
MIT guys, Caltech guys,
Yeah.
You got guys going to Sisters of the South. You got them going anywhere.
Yep.
Who's standing there with Bob right now?
Right now we have Declan Healy up, again, a 4-year player for us, a 3-year varsity player, first team All-League last year. I think second team as a sophomore. And
he's all right, huh?
Yeah, he's a great player for us. And he most recently, I think about a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago, got his first Division I offer to play football at University of San Diego.
Wow.
And so we're so proud of him. He's worked tremendously hard to be in this position. He's also a track guy and ran a 10.9 and won a league championship this year. And he's talented, there's no doubt, but he's worked so hard at his craft, and we're so proud of him. And academically, too, he's held, I think, a 3.7 at Troy High School, which is no feat.
That's tough. It really is. People understand the standards at your school are so much higher than everywhere else.
Yeah.
And Sunny Hills is, well, you're all in the same league. You're all in the same school district. So
yep.
It's a trip, man, I'll tell you. All right, why don't we go ahead and take it to Bob Gibson. Take it over.
All right. We ready? No? There we go. Now I got to wait for the director to change the shot on the screen. Then that's how I know I'm on. Now I'm on. Hello, everybody. I'm here with Declan. Declan, you're all over the place, right? You're playing all over the football field. Kind of like this show. It's all over the place right now. But think back to me. Coach just said 3-year varsity guy, right? How much better is senior Declan than was sophomore Declan?
I'd like to hope that I'm a lot better. I think the numbers show it. I was pretty timid as a little sophomore, trying to get some varsity reps, and now as a impacting part of our team, I think I've definitely improved a lot.
Now you're getting some offers, right? We heard USD is in, right? They're on the table, so you're thinking about them. Now Charles just told me how beautiful Yale was when he visited. You're going to tell me that's more beautiful than the campus at USD? Come on, man. You've been there. You know how beautiful that campus is.
Yeah, San Diego, it's a great place. Best weather in the world, 2 hours from home, so it's pretty within my needs and desires and whatnot.
Was it a dream to play college football? Was that something you had aspired to do?
So I hadn't played football before high school, so I was kind of just playing it because my friends were playing. I thought I'd give it a shot. As I've gone throughout the years, and I've learned to love the sport. So I guess as the last couple years, I've definitely pushed towards that goal of playing in college.
What did you grow up playing?
I grew up playing baseball my whole life and basketball. So big transition from the two kind of non-contact sports, but I love football. So.
What were some of the skills you learned maybe in the other sports that have transitioned into football for you?
Hand-eye coordination, and teamwork. I say were the two biggest ones. I got to catch the ball to score touchdowns, and that's pretty much the gist of it. Yeah.
Now, Coach is over here bragging on you guys. Brag on Coach a little bit. Tell us what it's like to play for Coach and what he's done for you.
Yeah, I mean, to say none the least, Coach Chavez is the winner. He pushes us as hard as he can, and he shows us a lot of support and love. Also. He has a very good balance between, being strict and stern as well as being caring and loving for his players.
Now, we know the season has not started the way you guys, would have wanted it to, but, that's in the past. You've had a chance now to kind of regroup this week, get it together. What are you doing as a senior with the other seniors, trying to lead this kind of younger team maybe, into the rest of the season?
Yeah, we've had some very long talks after some of these games, the seniors and I, and, we're just got to come together as a team, to be honest. The talent's there, the skill's there. We just got to put in the work.
I find there's always those text threads that are going on back and forth, right? Midnight, 1 a.m., guys talking, right?
Yes, yeah. Got to get the team together,
You excited about finishing this thing out, maybe playing for a league championship and finishing out your senior year the right way?
I'm definitely excited. The classes are not as hard this year, so I'm definitely enjoying, school a little bit more. Practice as hard as usual, but, you got to love the process.
Well, you put in the work in the classroom and on the football field, and it's going to pay off for you one way or another, whether it's USD or another offer. Congratulations, good luck, and we're going to be looking for you and what you do beyond this.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's Declan, guys. Back over to Rich and Coach.
Thank you very much, Bob Gibson. Another good interview. I'm just impressed with the caliber of athletes you get. All these kids seem really smart. 3.7s, 3.8s, 5.0s, 4.8s. I mean, it's just amazing. I would really like to coach a team like this, man. Hey, we're talking about the girls' flag football. Has it taken off in the Freeway League? I know right now you guys don't have it, but is anybody else in the Freeway League participating? Or is it a district thing?
Yeah, that's a great question. To my understanding, I don't think any of us have the team, because if we were to have one, I think we'd compete within our league.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think so. I'm not sure exactly why they chose not to. I know that it would be obviously a hit if we did.
Yeah, probably no leagues up there. I mean, Matt Leinart, the only reason it exists down here in Orange County in the south area is because Matt Leinart, 10, 12 years ago, started it up, threw money at it, and that's what it takes sometimes.
Yep.
And his name. I think that even goes a longer way. but they've been doing it, and I don't think there's anybody up in the north part of Orange County, especially La Harbor's just right next door to Whittier, which is L.A. County.
Yeah.
There's just nobody up there doing it right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Not like down here. All right. Who's Dan DeForest standing with over there, number 1?
We have number 1, Rudy Alcala.
He's your new guy, right? Well, new quarterback, because Matura was a senior last year.
Yep.
Talk about him.
Yeah, Rudy's been in our program for 3 years, and he has done a phenomenal job. So Rudy took over for a 3-year starter in Ryan, and, man, what a seamless transition. Rudy jokes about it because I hold him to a very high standard, and I push him really hard. And it's because, I expect so much of him, and he's done a phenomenal job. Sometimes I'm watching our games, and I'm just so impressed by how well he's taken our coaching, how well he's taken our understanding his schemes and executed them at a level that, is really, really phenomenal. And he's having a great year, super hardworking, loves the process, loves practice, and just doing a great job for us.
Excellent.
And I think statistically he's top 3 in the county in passing touchdowns. He's top in the county in passing yards, number 5, and so he's doing a great job.
Man, that's the benefit of sitting a little bit before you take over the reins. Like in the NFL, I've always thought it should be like the old days where they'd get the first-round pick, be a quarterback. He'd have to sit for 2 or 3 years before he hit the field. Look at Jordan Love now from Green Bay. I mean, the guy sat behind Favre. Behind Favre. Oh, my God.
Rodgers,
behind Rodgers. It's funny because for like 30 years it was the only quarterback for the Packers was either Favre or Rodgers. That's it. And that's unheard of.
Yeah.
Unless you're Tom Brady. He outdid them both at the same time, but in terms of longevity at one team. Anyways, real quick, we're going to go over Dan DeForest right now, and Dan's got an interview for us.
Hey, I'm here with Rudy Alcala. Rudy, you're the quarterback of this high-powered offense. Tell me a little bit about it. What are you, more of a passing team or of a running team?
I would say we're kind of like an all-around team. We can run, pass, kind of do everything. So I think we're definitely diverse and very dangerous.
And you've been working with these receivers for a while now, right? I understand that you've been working with number 11 here for a while.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Me and Vander Plug over here, it's a very, very scary connection, I would say.
So have you guys built a rapport? Like when you're coming up to the line and you're checking out the defense, are you thinking about audibling or, signals or anything?
Oh, yeah. I think one of the biggest ones is when we see the defense lined up in man coverage. That's an automatic go ball for us. So, that's definitely one of the biggest keys that we kind of look at coming up to the ball. So,
well, you've been throwing a lot of touchdown passes. I mean, you got number 11 here. You probably just toss it up in the air, and this guy goes and gets it, right?
Oh, yeah. It's not very hard when he's 6'7".
So, good. So, now tell me, how long have you been playing quarterback for? Have you been playing all your life or just recently?
Yes, sir. I've actually never played a different position in football. I've been playing about 6 years, so I would say I got some experience.
And what are some of your off-season training methods? Like, what do you guys do to keep sharp?
A lot of beach workouts for sure, going out to the gym and lifting, and just taking all my receivers out to 7-on-7s, and definitely taking that.
And so you built, obviously, a great connection with both receivers. So how many touchdown passes have you thrown?
Right now I'm at 15, so hopefully a couple more.
I like it. You still got quite a bit of the season left. Now, what do you see with the upcoming schedule in league? Who's going to be your big competition coming up here?
For sure, our biggest competition is going to be La Harbor this year. So, very excited about that and can't wait to go out there and play those guys.
How many touchdowns are you going to throw against them?
I can't say that right now, so we'll see.
I won't say you up like that. Okay, so you got a tough league game, and is there anybody else? Like, you have any arch rivals or anything like that you're going to be playing?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Sunny Hill's out there. There are crosstown rivals, so that should be a really good game.
Now, what do you guys do to prep for a game? What keeps you relaxed? What other activities do you do?
We do a lot of work with our mobilities coach and our breathing coach, and she kind of helps us with that. Shout out to Coach Laura Penton. She's great with that stuff and really keeps us in check.
It sounds like the coaching staff really keeps you guys sharp, right? Keeps you practicing, working hard, a lot of film.
Oh, yeah, tons of film, super disciplined, just working on the little things and the details.
I love it. Hey, I'm here with Rudy. Back to you, Rich.
Thanks a lot, Dan. Rudy, Dan's trying to trip him up a little bit, get him to say something that might give somebody some locker room fodder. You used to put the stuff on the bulletin board from those articles. Now they do the video.
Yep.
He's smart for that.
Rudy's got it. He puts his head down. He works.
Yeah, he put it down, boy. But 12 touchdowns, was it? Or 15 touchdowns
15
already?
touchdowns right now, yep.
That's pretty good. That's a great clip, man. That is really, really good. What's his strength, Coach?
Rudy's.
Yeah.
Rudy's just a cerebral football player. He's
Smart,
been playing since he was young. And I think the most important thing when you're a young man and you're playing the game is you can lose track of how much you love it and get caught in the weeds. And Rudy never has. He loves the game. He loves to compete. This year we saw a new fire in him. He went out to baseball, and he hadn't played for a couple years. And, man, you saw the competitor really come out in him. And I think that's the thing that really separates him is he wants to be the best at whatever he does.
Yeah.
And so he's taken on our offense. And, I mean, we've shattered our single-game passing record 2 weeks ago. We're 8 touchdowns away from our school record, which has been held at 23 touchdowns for 60-something years, and he's right on the doorstep. And so, his greatest attribute is his cerebral play, his passion for the game.
He's going to put that record out of sight, man.
Yep.
It's only been 4 weeks.
Like he said,
He's
though,
close.
like you said, we don't know. He's just going to keep playing hard and get after it.
No, he's smart, man. He's not going to answer those questions.
Yeah.
Man's trying to set him up. Probably his alma mater they're playing in a couple weeks. He wanted to set you up for some fun.
Yep.
Now, tell me about number 11. I thought number 11 was your QB when he first came in, because look at him.
Yeah.
Look at this dude.
Yep.
I mean, is he a prototypical-looking quarterback or what? This guy, even though he's a wide receiver. Tell me about 11.
Yeah, so Vander is a phenomenal talent, and his blood runs real thick and deep at Troy. And so I actually played basketball against his uncles way back in the day, and great basketball players. And his dad was a basketball coach at Troy, and his mom actually was a basketball player at Troy as well. And it's been so awesome to see him develop in our program. And he is, a physical specimen, but a big, fun-loving kid, and loves to get after it. And so, Vander's done phenomenal too. Right now, he's number 2 in the state in passing touchdown receptions. Number 3, I believe, in receiving yards. He's number 1 in Orange County in receiving yards, and just having himself a phenomenal year.
At that size, he plays basketball too, right?
Yes, he plays basketball and baseball.
And
baseball. He's a 3-sport athlete.
He'd have to play 3 sports.
Yep. Yep.
He's he's the Bo Jackson of his time, of his era, to play any sport. All right, Dan DeVoris is standing by. Dan?
All right, I'm here with Vander Plug, wide receiver. Hey, tell me a little bit about your work with Rudy. You've been working together for more than 1 year, right?
Yes, sir. So we've been playing ever since high school. We've been playing together, and I feel like since that first year, we just built a connection that's it's special. What me and him do is special, and so.
Well, I know you guys have been setting records or doing stuff since your freshman year. How many touchdown passes did you guys connect on your freshman year?
Our freshman year, we had 23 touchdowns.
So you brought that connection here to the varsity level and
Yes,
have been working together. How many have you caught this year? You've been working hard with him?
Oh, so we have 9 this year already. So we're on pace to set the school record, which is it's exciting. It's a huge landmark for Rudy, so we're excited.
I guess I'm not allowed to ask you how many you think you're going to get, but how many you think you're going to get?
Oh, we're gonna push for the record. So I mean, 25 would be the. It's a high bar to set, but I think we can do it.
And then on the off season, you guys, like we talked a little bit out, you work together. You work together on passing routes, or what's your strategy?
We do everything. So we'll do beach workouts, field workouts. We get in the weight room. I mean, we're everywhere. I mean, we're workaholics. We definitely get out there all the time.
And so you guys know each other pretty well. So you get up to the line, and he's looking and surveying the defense, and you're looking at it too. Are you signaling him? Are you saying, hey, I could beat this guy?
Yes, sir. So he'll look at me. He'll give me the call. He'll tell me what he thinks is best, since he knows the defense better than I do. And so and then we just connect. It's all up top.
All right. I don't want to give me your secrets away for the other teams, but hey, I understand that you're quite a baseball player too.
We both play baseball, so I think that's another reason our connection is we don't just do football, we do baseball, and so we're always together. You'll never see us without each other.
And you're a pitcher, correct?
Yeah, I am. We both are. So that's another connection we have right there.
Who strikes out more?
He's definitely better. He's a strikeout guy.
All right. Tell me a little bit about your basketball career. I mean, you're tall enough to play anywhere, right? You're center or forward?
Yeah, whatever the team needs. So I've been working on handling the ball, shooting the ball. So this year will be another big year to see what we can do.
And then in summer league, you trade off, right? You go football, and then you go basketball, and you trade off, and you stay pretty competitive with both sports?
Oh, yeah. So we're definitely competitive in all three. We keep it going at all times. There's not really a break. It's always just right on to the next.
And what's your favorite activity? What do you do?
Whatever I'm playing. So during football season is my favorite. During basketball, you'll hear me say basketball is my favorite. It's whatever I'm doing.
I thought you were a surfer.
Oh, we get out there all the time. Surfing is definitely a big part of my life.
I love it. All right. How do you do in the classroom?
Oh, books and ball. That's definitely what my parents have taught. I mean, we're school athletes, so we definitely take care of the classroom at Troy.
Sounds like the whole team does really well. And
yeah.
do you guys get along well in the off season or off the field?
Oh, our team, this is definitely one of the best connected teams. I mean, I don't feel like there's any breaks. Everybody's bonded. Everybody trusts each other to do their job. And so I feel like it's definitely going to be a good team this year.
I love it. All right. Good luck. Back to you, Rich.
Thanks a lot, Dan. Good job. Coach, real quick, run out of time here, but you're off this week, and then you have Segerstrom next. What do you know? What do you say about Segerstrom?
Segerstrom, so I actually coached at Segerstrom with Joe Tagaloa, the head coach. Gosh, man, it was 9 years ago. I can't believe it. Yeah, 9 years ago. And Joe does a great job. They run a real similar system offensively to us. And Joe always has his guys fired up, ready to go. And they're going to be a tough opponent. We're super excited to play them. We played them a couple years ago. And like I said, they're always tough. They're always getting after it. And we're excited to play them.
And the best thing is the great facilities, right?
Oh, yeah. Segerstrom's got a great football field.
Amazing what they have.
Love that field.
Yeah. Coach, I'd like to thank you for coming in tonight. Thank your players for coming in tonight. Want to wish you guys much success. You guys have a lot of things to be happy about right now listening to some of these kids talk, and that's great.
Yes, we're
really
excited.
Good. All right, Coach, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Coach E. Chavez from Troy. Now we're going over to John Conti, standing by.
All right, guys. Not only does Troy have some athletes, but they've got some scholar athletes, and I'm with two gentlemen with their combined GPA is like 15. What is your name, your grade, and your GPA, sir?
Hi, my name is Dane Schultz. I am in 11th grade, and my GPA is 4.2.
Congrats. Give it up. 4.2 GPA. Give it up. And what is your name, grade, and GPA?
My name is Sura Adenu. I'm in 12th grade, and my GPA is 4.3.
We are so proud of you guys. Look, there's so much more to school than just athletes, scholastics, academics. Congratulations to both of you guys. All right, we're going to do some real quick Troy trivia. All you got to do is, if you know the answer, throw your hand up real quick. Closest person to the answer is going to go. Here's the first question. What year was Troy High School established? If not, you can take a guess. Give me a guess.
1960.
1965.
Oh, the correct answer is 1963, so there you go. There's one over there. All right, how many students attend Troy High School?
2,000.
2,500.
The correct answer is 2,604. There we go. We got ourselves a tie. All right, here we go. How many national titles does Troy have in Olympic science?
13.
12.
The correct answer is 13, so there we go. All right, last question. What was Troy's first graduating class? If you know what year it established, you should know what year they graduated.
1962.
1967.
The answer is 1969. It looks like, well, we're close enough. We got $10 to rock where you guys can buy each other a drink. There you go. Congratulations. Back to you guys at the desk.
A soft drink, John. A soft drink. Hey, sitting with me now is Modern Woodman, Elizabeth Beltram, and Stephen Flores. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'd like to thank you guys really for recognizing hometown heroes. Dan Davidson was tickled pink to receive that award. Thanks for everything you guys do.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we have to go out there and recognize the people that deserve it, right? Mm-hmm. It's a lot about what our heart says and feels about ourselves, and so we definitely believe in recognition and bringing those kind of people to attention to the world.
Stephen, how's it been to join like the group in terms of following the young ones coming up?
Yeah, no,
you guys are supporting them.
Yeah, no, it's been really, really great. It kind of takes me back into the day when, I used to play football back in high school. Surely we didn't have this type of program available to us, so I can only imagine that these kids have this great opportunity that you guys are providing for them. Again, to come out, have a good time, like right before game day, and, get pumped up for the game, right?
Yeah, they're pumped up here. These kids are so smart. The one kid that just won the contest over here, he really won, but, he's got a 5.0 GPA. I mean,
that's awesome.
I mean, I don't know anybody that's come even close to having a 4.850. Amazing. But I'd like to congratulate you guys and thank you for being with us second year, taking care of business. These kids really appreciate what you guys do, as do the coaches and everybody else in the community. It's not just football that comes here. Volleyball, everybody comes here, so they all have a good time and recognize all the athletes. Again, on behalf of Stephen Flores, Elizabeth Beltran from Modern Woodman, I'm Rich Estrella saying so long for good friends here at Prep Sports Night Live. We'll see you in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, everybody. Have a good one.